Hey there! Welcome to Draw Tip Tuesday. My name is Koosje Koenen and I'm happy you're here. I have something fun to share today. A while ago I worked on a little project aside of my sketchbook, and I did that in an accordion sketchbook. And for a little over a week I would make a drawing every day in this little sketchbook, and I would find reference photos online because I wanted to sort of prepare and warm up for the Malta trip that is coming up. I'm teaching a workshop in Malta. It's an urban sketching workshop. It's hosted by Brenda Murray from Studio 56 Boutique. We still have a few spots left and I'm super excited about it because it's smack in the middle of the Mediterranean and it's in November. So it's going to be really great to spend a drawing vacation in November in the Mediterranean with an awesome bunch of artists, and hopefully you will be one of them. So anyway, today is a sketchbook tour of that accordion book for which I traveled virtually to Malta. And yeah, let's dive in. Welcome to Malta. To warm up for the November sketchbook workshop in Malta with Studio 56 Boutique, I started this sketchbook. It's an accordion sketchbook from Hanemühle, and it has watercolor paper in it. And I decided to just get to know the place a little bit better and to learn about Malta a little bit, like what is it like and what is their history and all that. I started this, and so for a few days in a row I drew something from Malta. So here you can see what I wrote down about it, and yeah, I got started. So this is a drawing I did using Google Maps, Google Street View. I thought this is the kind of street that I would just really wander around and find and then just sit down and draw for a little while. And of course, when you are traveling, how important is it to know the cuisine? So I Googled all the Maltese specialties so that I could draw those. And so this is all local traditional food. Yeah, I enjoyed drawing that. And for every drawing, I took a little bit of a different approach. So here I started to paint first. And, Malta was colonized by the British. So there are these telephone booths still everywhere around Malta. So I really wanted to include that in my sketchbook. Not my best drawing ever, but also a drawing that, I drew this from a photo as reference. If you Google image on Malta, you will find so many beautiful images. You will be able to draw many pages like this. This is in the fisherman's village Marsaxlok. I don't know how to pronounce that. There's a beautiful church there. So I needed to draw that. And then, of course, when you are traveling, the people are so important too. And so I Googled for Maltese people, Maltese women, Maltese men, and I found this photo of a group of women sitting together in the shade, and I just really loved their outfits and the way they were sitting there in folding chairs, and they were all around this elderly lady. So I only drew 3 of them, while in the photo there's, I think, 5 women, but I really liked that Mediterranean feel around these women, and also they're quite sturdy, you know. These are the women that run the families. And yeah, I like that. I love that. I can't wait to see them in real life when we visit. Yeah, and of course this sketchbook is also for experimenting, so I try to first draw paint color. This is also in Marsaxlok. I hope I'm saying it right. Which has super colorful fishing boats, and I try to really simplify things here. So I first painted like a light wash for the boats and for the buildings in the background, and then with red pencil on top I drew the details, but kept it really simplified and abbreviated. Then I wanted to try that same place but a different photo using colored pencils, and I don't really love colored pencils on this kind of paper, but I do like some bits and pieces of this drawing for sure. Again, I found a photo on Google Street View. This is really from the Google car. And there were these guys sitting in front of their shop. And I just really liked that whole vibe. Again, you know, one of the many streets that you will wander around when you are on vacation. And yeah, so I tried that same approach of first putting down a big slab of watercolor, and then I added a line on top with colored pencil. I kind of like how this worked out. And then there's the Victoria Gate. I felt like I had to draw that too because it is very iconic. And there are many other iconic things and places and buildings in Valletta and in Medina and in all the places that we will visit when we go to Malta on this travel workshop in November. But this is one of the places that I would imagine you pass by often. So I had to draw it. I wanted to draw it. And that's the last one in this sketchbook. I can go on if I want to, because there's the other side. But for now, I think this is a really fun document of traveling by myself at home to Malta to warm up for the final adventure with Brenda. And that Victoria Gate that you saw in the last video, I will be drawing it again. Not only in Malta, when I'll actually be there in November, and hopefully you'll be sitting next to me drawing it too. How awesome would that be? But I will also be doing a live drawing demo on the 27th of April. It's free to access, but you need to sign up for it. So I will add the link for that below this video in the description. And also check out the Malta workshop. It will be really awesome, and I think it will be a magical experience. So maybe along with the best travel companion you can imagine, your sketchbook, we could be travel companions for a couple days in Malta. I will put all the information about that below in the description, and well, I hope to see you on the 27th, but until then, I'll see you next week, because then I will have another Draw Tip Tuesday video for you. See you then, bye!